Yeah, I mean, he worth it. I mean, he worth it because when he came to us now, I was checking so many things. Now, we believe he wouldn't fit in that role Nana or Bono. After say Granite Jacka Ija rule no Hoko, you know.
Yeah.
They needed to get someone who can easily fit into that system and make sure say Obetime deliver top-notch performance for Arsenal. So Arsenal needed to get in and buy Declan Rice. Look at the quality of Granit Xhaka. For the sporting director at that time, Edo Gaspamu, for them to look into it and see, say, Declan Rice will be the immediate succession plan for the departure of Granit Xhaka. I think say it was a spot on. Now coming in, he needed to start it all over with Thomas Partey. Partey that we know, is someone in terms of technicality, in terms of saying hold the ball, you get good accuracy in terms of passing and making sure say Obetimia collaborated together with the number 8. He was exceptional on that. And then he gave that Declan Rice confidence. He gave Declan Rice that confidence. Say, midfield now, Obono. I've done this with Granit Xhaka for the past 3 seasons in a row. And I think that you coming in, replacing him as a traditional number 8 now, I will give you that much more confidence for you to go forward and play very well for Arsenal Football Club. And I think that since last 2 seasons or by, with the help of Thomas Partey on about 2 seasons, he gained that confidence. And this season, he has already established something that we call a dynasty within the midfield of Arsenal. So Martins Zubimendi, is just adhering to the tactical awareness of Mikel Arteta, or a Spanish guy. Mikel Arteta wants these Spanish guys because of how gifted they are when it comes to technicality and how brilliant they are in terms of IQ in handling 1v1 ball situation in the midfield. So he needed to get someone who understands the language, who understands everything that we talk about in the midfield. And I think that so far, the partnership between Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice has been one of the top notch performers. I mean, Declan Anka said in Commodity I found said, ever since Martin Zubimendi buy, he has given him that hope. He has given him that kind of motivation. Say when he has the ball, he has that ability to do with any other thing on one person in the midfield. And no buano, Emma or no, I mean Declan or no so DIABY without coming back into the defensive action for Arsenal Football Club. So I think Martin Zubimendi has been on top form and then he has been doing it very well for Arsenal Football Club. DIABY. So we'll check most of the club's best midfield partners, BBH number 6. So with Chelsea, Michael Essien needed to do everything for Frank Lampard. If without Michael Essien, Frank Lampard wouldn't have been the best midfielder in Chelsea history. It took a certain Michael Essien to do that dirty work that Martin Zubimendi is doing for Declan Rice. It took Michael Essien to do all the things in the central midfield just to allow Frank Lampard to go forward and score goals and make a huge assist. Talk about Sergio Busquets.
Yeah.
How he helped Xavi Hernandez and Andres Iniesta in the midfield. He needed to do everything in the midfield just to allow Xavi to have that free role to operate in the midfield. Allow Andres Iniesta to have that free role without attacking and making sure I could defend it. It was a certain Sergio Busquets. So we've had a lot of defensive midfielders who had actually helped traditional number 8 to become successful. But Yana defensive midfielders more hype on ever form. Just say more way exceptional. Look at Moises Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez is thriving in the Chelsea midfield because of Moises Caicedo in the midfield of Chelsea. So you need that cover shape. You need that people who can defend the back line and the midfield structure for you. And that is what we call get a robotic and a static number 6 who can bust the midfield for you. Last season with Liverpool, the amount of Liverpool a year successful. Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, and then Ryan Gravenberch. It was all because of Ryan Gravenberch. How he busted the midfield as a number 6 and how he was able to free up McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai into the attacking third. So I believe Declan Rice Martin Zubimendi Abaso because just the first season and how he has been able to fit into the system and how he's doing for Arsenal. I think say I will say about Martins will be mending so about so. But DIABY, we have something that we called professional sportsmanship.
Okay.
And it comes when footballers commit themselves, sacrifices, see football as the emotional, passionate thing that they are doing for a living. And make a story with Eddie Neymar because of how he adores Santos that he's playing and how he has been able to live up to that particular expectation. Let's not forget, say, it was this particular football club that he played at, and man, the breakthrough of his career from Santos in the Brazil Premier League into Barcelona at the maximum time. Now Real Madrid Football Club for a penal. He needed to go to Barcelona. After Barcelona, went to PSG Football Club. From PSG, came to Al Hilal. Because of injuries and situations, he was not able to look into it and make sure so to make a successful rate at Al Hilal with a whooping amount of money. Na Neymar edge Al Hilal. He needed to terminate his contract and go back to Brazil and play for his boyhood club. DIABY. Okoye no. Injury has made his performance become inconsistent. But I think it was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And a news need break he said, meniscus, injury now, this boy, it will take him for about 3 games in the Untimimbo. So we had 3 games and now we have a month to end this particular year. That means that Neymar wouldn't be able to play for the end of this particular year. It is Obeba Baka. It will be maybe January or February. Maybe we're preparing for World Cup. Now, according to doctors' advice and everything, they say, baby, I'm surgery, no. So it was a problem for him to play for Santos. And then the doctors also advised him not to play. But baby Santos that in the Brazil Premier League, DIABY, they need 3 matches to win just to avoid relegation.
Oh, okay.
And for the love that Neymar had for the football club, he needed to sacrifice, commit himself for the for the Santos Football Club, and make sure, say, even with the meniscus injury now, are you dangerous for his football career? No, doctors are advising, say, only team ball currently as we speak, and the game that he played for Santos, he needed to come in, step his authority as a captain, score a wonderful goal, and make assist for Santos. And now they are believing for themselves, say, the relegation battle now prepare so Santos Neymar is giving them that particular hope. He is giving the fans hope, say, although say we're proud, but then he is the man that he wants to lead Santos from the relegation battle, not they must stay back into the main premiership or Metimiabo. So I believe, say, what Santos has been able to do, what Neymar has been able to do for Santos Football Club, I think, say, is a pure professional sportsmanship. And he has shown very well, say, forget about the World Cup of Brazil national team, episode Omane one last dance for the Brazilian national team, as Carlo Ancelotti is seeking and willing. Say, Neymar will have that opportunity. And I say he will have Neymar as part of his team, or no better controlling everything for the dressing room for the Brazilian national team, going into the Mexico, the USA, and Canada in the World Cup. No, in Kobenya, now converting to Neymar, the Brazilian national team. But here you are, Neymar, making sure, say, or best sacrifice, say, are risking the performance, or risking the football career with the meniscus injury when you're 1-9, and then he will come back, play for Santos, score a goal, score an assist, and make sure, say, obey movie Santos from the relegation battle, Edioman battle. Say, yeah, Omonde, yes, and that's no. Now, should baby a Santos that 15th on that particular position. Before that particular match, no more baby a red line or no. And no performance of Neymar. I left Santos from that particular position into the 15th position on the league log. And I believe, say, baby in Komuna Kwako Drono, Yembo Abrantin Abaso, it was a pure sportsmanship that he has shown for the Santos Football Club. But DIABY, Ada Gule is actually becoming a jewel.
Okay.
In the Real Madrid Football Club setup.